Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Tuesday, May 24th, 2016. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News, where we bring you today's top stories translated into English every weeknight. The International Monetary Fund continues to petition for improving the business conditions in the country, suggesting that the adoption of the judicial reform and increased credibility in the tax system. The IMF rep, Jens Ranke, spoke at the Reform in Economy and Business Climate meeting, emphasizing that foreign investments continue to be low. The international community continues to be concerned about investments in Albania. Foreign investors speak about the stress they face over different issues. Local and foreign investors alike say that the business climate is not very good. They stress that the judicial reform is necessary to create security for investors, the taxing system should be stable, and the tax administration should create credibility. The taxation directory should improve its fight against corruption, and the government should continue to improve the regulatory system, said Ranke. In addition, the World Bank representative highlighted the need to increase foreign investments, considering them to be the only opportunity to have a satisfactory economic increase. Albania needs a 4.5% economic growth in order to reach the EU standards within 20 years, he said. Attracting foreign investments and improving the business climate are important. Though investment performance is positive, it is lower than other countries of the region, the World Bank rep declared. A digital platform to aid the taxpayers by reducing bureaucracies was presented at the reform event. The International Monetary Fund rep also declared that business owners in Albania feel stressed. The Prime Minister, however, said that the situation has recently shown a lot of improvement and is not as the IMF representative is presenting it. The Prime Minister declared that the tax administration has now reached a satisfactory level. He says the tax administration is doing a good job and is showing a lot of improvement. Regarding the concerns that foreign investors are leaving Albania, the Prime Minister declared that no foreign investor has left the country. The Greek foreign minister will visit Tirana on June 6th. He will meet with his Albanian counterpart, Albania's Minister of Foreign Issues, with whom he will discuss the maritime agreement. Aura news sources confirm that the work group from the Ministry of Foreign Issues and from other institutions are currently making an analysis of the situation and will present Albania's proposals for the solution of the issue from our side. These sources say that the issue of Greek soldiers' cemeteries is the most difficult matter over which the parties are working. The Albanian side considers the issue to stem from World War II and be related to the existing war laws. The Albanian side is asking for a change of the legal framework. There are also the matters of determining the search areas, the number of the fallen, and the changing law on how they are buried. Sources also say that the parties have made progress in agreeing on the teaching curricula for both countries, as both parties are interested in finding a rapid solution on bilateral issues. Meanwhile, the Joint Commissioners continue to discuss reducing bus ticket prices for travelers. After the discovery of abuses at the Shkodra orphanage, the Minister of Social Welfare announced that a work group will be established to monitor the work of social care employees all around the country. The minister and the mayor of Shkodra reported at a special meeting of the Vice Commission of Human Rights. After 2 weeks, the Ministry of Social Welfare and all the city halls will have prepared full reports regarding the orphanage's condition, the service, the employees, and their relation with the minors. The work group will be headed by the Inspectorate of Work, by the State Social Service, and the Agencies for the Protection of Children's Rights. Meanwhile, the minister asked for a meeting with the mayors from all around the country. Shkodra's mayor considered the incident to be grave, and the solution may be for orphans to be raised in foster families that will receive payments from the local government. A Party for Justice, Integrity and Unity MP proposed economic aid from the state for the poor families, as 80% of the minors who live in these centers are not actually orphans, but rather children whose parents have taken them there because they do not have the money to raise them. There are 175 social care institutions in Albania, and the Ministry of Social Welfare is considering equipping them with security cameras to monitor activities and the behavior of their employees with the minors. The Democratic Party MP, Ord, one of the initiators and the main drafter of decriminalization, says that the implementation of the first phase related to the self-declaration has proven that the process is functioning. However, according to the MP, the most important phase of decriminalization starts now, with the verification of the data the officials have provided. Gathering information for every official and a thorough investigation from the prosecution is the next step. The Democrat MP has called on the institutions that administered the self-declaration forms not to sabotage their work as they verify the information given in the forms. He added that if this happens, the leaders of the institutions will face justice. According to the Democrat MP, the Central Election Commission, which administers the forms, should have submitted them by now to the Prosecution General for a detailed investigation. He declared that a thorough investigation will be asked of for every official to determine who has been sincere on the information provided, adding that the law will be applied equally to the Socialists and the Democrats. Assembly Speaker Ilir Meta spoke during the second session of the Conference of EU Parliament Speakers held in Luxemburg, and said that Albania's entrance into the EU will guarantee all the necessary parameters for a fully democratic and developed society. For countries like ours, which are witnessing the shaking of European values among the member states, the future does not look very encouraging. And unfortunately, in recent months, it seems that things have not gone better for all European space, said Meta. The Assembly Speaker also commented on the judicial reform, expressing his confidence that it will soon be adopted in Parliament. We are currently working closely with our EU and US international partners to reform our entire justice system. Thanks to the Venice Commission and the technical assistance of the EU mission Euralis and the US mission Opdat, we are in the final stages of reaching the final draft agreements regarding the judicial reform. We hope it will be approved by Parliament in the coming weeks with a broad consensus among the parties. The speaker in Luxembourg spoke, saying the Minister of Justice dismissed the director of the Leza prison today on grounds of negligence. The dismissal of the minister comes on the heels of 5 prison employees and a lawyer also being dismissed after a prisoner was set free from Leza prison 2 days ago. The prisoner had been declared wanted by both Interpol and the Kosovo justice systems. The prisoner is a citizen of Kosovo who was extradited from Belgium to Tirana to serve a sentence for his involvement in a crime at Lez. After serving his sentence in Tirana, the prisoner was then sent to be extradited to Kosovo to serve a sentence for a crime he committed there, but instead he was set free. The Leza prosecution has also launched an investigation into the case. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.